So this video is going to cover how I installed the bracing and put that plywood up there and got everything ready to go so I can actually have some storage space for miscellaneous Christmas totes and all the holiday stuff that we only use once a year. Get it up there out of my other garage. It's attached to my house, so I don't have to look at it all year. Working out here by yourself, find inventive ways to make things work. Get the rest of the sides installed. Look just like this, and I'll bring you back up here and show you what it looks like all done. So I got one of these ceiling ladders, these attic ladders. I got it for free. Can't beat free. And unfortunately it is only an 8-foot ladder and I have 12-foot ceilings. So my plan is to install it and I will figure out some kind of way to make it useful. I installed the blocking for the front and the back of the fold down ladder. And these guys are going to hand it up to me right now.
So what I realized at this point was that my dad was reading instructions and I was up on the staging, as you can see, trying to figure out how to get the gas struts to align correctly. And my dad had missed a step in the instructions, which caused me to have to figure out how to make the gas struts work correctly. In any case, this was quite a giant pain in the butt. I eventually got it to work with one of my DeWalt quick clamps. I should have just taken the time to stop and read the instruction and realize that the manufacturer of the attic ladder had provided a wrench with the attic ladder to set the gas struts. So make sure you read your instructions. That's really all I'm saying. Because what I did worked, but I tell you what, it was kind of sketchy.
this is going to be the wrap up to installing the storage space for the attic in my garage. I am 32 feet away from you guys. I have a 6-foot area here, and then you can't really see it too well, but I'll show you from down below in a minute. I have an attic ladder that folds down here. And I was working on the lights, actually. I decided that I was going to put a light switch right here next to the ladder, so when you climb up here, you hit the light switch, and there'll be one light here next to the ladder, and then where these temporary lights are, right here, there'll be a light, and then all the way down here next to you guys, right here, there'll be another light. So, things to consider when doing attic storage. Weight. Make sure your trusses are designed to support the weight that you plan on putting up in your attic. Most everything I plan on putting up here is fairly lightweight, and I made the area so large so that I could distribute the weight evenly. I don't plan on packing this area to the gills with stuff. There'll be some Rubbermaid totes with Christmas ornaments and things like that up here. I don't plan on storing tools or anything like that up in this area. You'd notice I have these sides installed. So when I priced out installing insulation, I found out that it was about $200 less to do the blown-in insulation up in the attic. So when I do insulate, I will install the sheetrock on the ceiling, and then I will come up in here and I will blow insulation to the wings. And this board on the side is designed to keep that insulation from falling into the storage area. I also think it makes it look neater, neat and tidy up here. A couple things about those boards. They're 3/8 plywood, pretty thin stuff, but I don't need a lot of support up here. I'm sitting on top of one of the trusses, and when I walk, I try to stand on the trusses. So it's a good amount of space up here. It is 4 feet wide by 32 feet long. I did put these braces in that I'm leaning up against here, these on both sides to hold up that board. Also, these boards keep anything from falling off of the storage area into the attic space, into the insulation, and getting insulation all over it. It just kind of keeps everything confined to this nice area. The lights, I realized as I was building this, even as I put the plywood up here, it was getting darker and darker and darker, so I decided to install the lights, which there'll be a permanent light right here eventually. I've run all the wiring, but I realized I didn't have any old construction light boxes, so I've got to run down to the hardware store and pick up a couple of those, 3 of them. But the light switch will be down by the ladder. The lights will get installed, and sometime later I'll get the insulation put up here, get this all sealed up, and should be good to go. So I brought you guys down from up above to show you what the storage space looks like from below. I'm gonna go turn off one of these lights real quick here so that it's not blinding or my camera doesn't do all this ridiculous focusing stuff that I hate so much. As you can see right here, that is the pull down string for the ladder. One of the things that is sort of unfortunate for this, and I thought about it, but I decided it wasn't worth the time to brace up the floor higher than the thickness of the 2x4 trusses. So the plywood is actually just nailed down to the trusses. The reason that's an issue is because the insulation that goes up, the blown-in insulation that'll go on this side and on this side, will be a lot thicker than the insulation that'll be underneath of that storage area. But what will be up there is batt insulation, probably like an R16 or an R18 or something like that, and it will only be in the area from this edge to this edge. This kind of wraps up the installation of the attic space. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you watching.